going on, guys? Is B Christopher. I'm here with an unboxing for some protein. I don't normally get into a lot of specifics in terms of nutrition and all of that, in terms of the supplements and the types of protein, but this company, M-Drive, hit me up, asked if I would check out their protein, give it a shot, and see how it is. They also requested that I do an unboxing, so you will be getting my first reaction as we look at this protein, which is made specifically for men who are getting not so young anymore. This protein is made specifically for men who are in their late 30s, 40s, 50s on older. Your boy is not 20 anymore. I'm not a youngster like I used to be, so I have to start looking at my health and my nutrition a little bit differently. Here's what we're gonna be looking at in terms of the protein. Open up the box, we see, pretty impressed with this package, pretty impressed that they actually give you a pretty nice sized bag. So you can use this to hold on to whatever gym equipment or anything that you need when you're at the gym. I also end up finding that the size of it is pretty similar to our resistance band. So it's cool because you can use this as a backup bag or you can use it to carry your gloves. But looking at this protein, it's got some good ingredients in here. We're looking at probably about 18 grams of protein. That is just in the powder by itself. They recommend that you use 8 ounces of milk. It could be almond milk, cashew milk, coconut milk, or water. I like using milk. So with 8 ounces of milk, that'll add at least an extra 10 grams of protein, which puts this up to about 28 grams, 30 grams of protein. So we will see how this blends and how this mixes. Generally, protein is going to mix a little bit better when you mix it with water. But again, I need as much protein as I can get, so I'm going to take it with the milk. The flavor is a blood orange chocolate. Chocolate's not particularly my favorite. They didn't have any other options, but hopefully with it being blood orange, it will be a little bit different. One thing about this protein is it does have stevia in it. So if you are sensitive to stevia like I am, you may want to be careful. So we'll see how this works with me, because when I have protein with stevia, I tend to get headaches, or if I have anything with stevia, I tend to get headaches. Hopefully that's not the case. If that's the case, probably just put in a little bit of sugar, and that always ends up making things a lot better. Overall, the smell is pretty decent. It's not that bad. So let's check this out and see how it mixes. You're gonna need to put in 1 scoop, which is 28 grams. So looking at that, it would be saying that this is basically the good amount of the scoop is actual protein. Looking at a 28 gram scoop and 18 grams of that is protein, it's pretty decent. And it gives you enough for 30 days. So that would be just 1 protein shake a day. Hopefully with your nutrition, you're getting a good amount of protein in the rest of your diet. And this is only just meant for a little bit of a boost. So to mix this up, I always like looking underneath the cap because this lets me know how much it's gonna clump, and I'm not seeing any clumping inside, which is pretty good. I actually open it up, there's nothing that's really left on top, nothing that's left in the bottom. So that is a good sign. Usually if your protein is really clumping, you're having a poor quality protein. With it not clumping, it's a pretty good quality. So what that'll also mean is your body's gonna be able to absorb more of that protein, and it will be a whole lot better for you. If you are looking to, in terms of absorbing protein, if you're looking to bulk up, you're probably gonna wanna add some extra stuff to this. You may wanna end up adding some carb powder because this protein has only 100 calories, which is good, not counting the milk. But it has very low carbs. We're looking at about 5 grams. Should be enough for your body to absorb protein well and effectively. But if you're a carb burner like me, where you need a lot more calories to make sure that you're hitting your mark, you're gonna wanna make sure that you're adding extra on top of this. But having a lean protein is not bad. So let's try this protein. It's actually not bad. The blood orange in the chocolate. It gives it a bit of a different taste, which is kind of cool because most chocolates and most chocolate protein I'm not really a fan of. I do like that this is a little bit different, so it doesn't seem like I'm just biting into a giant Hershey bar or having, you know, a bottle of Yoo-hoo. Most proteins, if they taste really good, you're going to have a lot of sugar in there. So for this protein, having less than a gram of sugar and having the taste that it does, I would say is really a good thing. Most of it having low sugar is going to be because it has stevia. All right, so just as an update, a couple hours have gone by. Usually within the first 30 minutes, I'll end up feeling some negative effects if I've had stevia in my system. Funny thing enough, this has stevia, it's what keeps the sugar low, but I felt absolutely nothing. So I gotta say that is one huge plus with this. Kudos to the guys who engineered this over at mDrive. Whatever it is that you did with the stevia and how you mixed all of this, it was a phenomenal job because I'm not feeling any negative side effects from that. And I'm very sensitive to stevia. So, especially if you're trying to reduce your sugar content, you're trying to make sure that you have very lean protein source, this is gonna be a really good bet for you. So overall, I would say this is definitely a good protein, definitely something that you're gonna wanna look into if you are trying to reduce your weight, if you're trying to reduce your body fat, if you're in a cutting phase, and especially if you're in your 30s, 40s or above, this is definitely something that I would try out. So we'll see how this goes over the next few weeks, see if I end up noticing a difference in gaining or losing in any area of fitness or health. And till then, I'll catch you on the next one. Stay fit and stay faithful.